Tariffs, refrigerant changes, foreign affairs have all resulted in some price changes. And in 2026, making a decision about your HVAC system and what you should actually buy can feel like the rules have changed. And the referees are now toddlers. And you're trying to navigate a world that's a little crazy. I've got 11 points. I've got 11 points that you need to consider when buying an HVAC system in 2026. Let's dive into number one. Buying an HVAC system in 2026 is not the same as it was 4 years ago. Price increases have changed. A new addition to those price increases were tariffs. So in 2025, a lot of the tariffs were implemented. People didn't know necessarily what was going to happen. We had huge price increases on our material goods, on how the HVAC systems are being made. And so we had some equipment price changes in 2025 that affects our prices going into 2026. If you're in a situation where you're like, hey, I didn't get a chance to buy a new air conditioner in 2024, 2022, I've got to replace my HVAC system now. Is it a good decision to replace that HVAC system now, knowing that we've had some price increases? And my simple answer to that question is yes. Prices now are always going to be cheaper than what they will be in the future. Because I can just anecdotally, from me providing system replacement costs, my quotes for system replacements have gone up since I've been in sales and I've sold people HVAC systems. So a system replacement in 2026 is going to be more cost effective than waiting till 2028. And so making a decision now versus later is always a good decision. Number two, there are some incentives and rebates that are often available through your local utility companies. In Oklahoma specifically, we have Oklahoma Natural Gas is a big one, and OG&E and big electric companies. Oftentimes, your utility companies will offer incentives for replacing your older, outdated HVAC equipment to get newer, higher efficient equipment. And you're like, well, why in the world would they do that? Well, utility companies don't want you to spend more money on your utility bills than what you have to. I know it sounds crazy. So that way they can maintain a better energy kilowatt usage for what they have, and then they can sell that energy that they have someplace else. Something that's super fascinating, and this is specific for Oklahoma, OG&E sells energy to other states, which is cool. I think that's pretty neat. A way that they do that is they incentivize their residents to change out their old, outdated equipment to help them save on utility bills. And so it's a benefit for the homeowner and it's a benefit for that utility company. So that's how they're able to offer those incentives. And so they provide some cash incentives. So maybe some rebate plans where it's taken off the system replacement. And so if you're in the circumstance where you have to buy an air conditioning system in 2026, there are some rebates and incentives available through your utility companies, as well as oftentimes your HVAC company that you're choosing to do work with. Number three, variable capacity systems have become the reliable hero to help you in a market where utility bills are fluctuating, where it kind of feels like you don't have a ton of control over how much you spend on your utilities and how reliable your comfort is. Variable capacity equipment has been put through the ringer for how long it's been out and available for the market, and it is proving that it is a lifesaver whenever it comes to saving on utility bills, keeping the house more comfortable more consistently, and it can help you a lot better than oftentimes the system that is most likely in your house now. And so going from a system that was 12 years or older, especially if it's a single stage system, doing a big upgrade from a kind of a single stage system like light switch to a variable capacity system where you've got a lot of you have 700 stages of capacity, it can help with your comfort level and help with your utility bills. So variable capacity has become the hero in 2026. I have a variable capacity system in my house and I absolutely love it. Number four, there is a big difference between the lowest bid and the best bid. The best bid, most of the times, should not be the cheapest bid. Cheap now is often more expensive later. Partner with an HVAC company that you know is going to take care of you for the long haul. Oftentimes, the lowest bid and the cheapest company, they don't stay in business for very long. I've seen it within our own market. The cheapest company goes out of business and then we are having to pick up the slack where they are no longer able to. And so choose the best bid over the cheapest bid and you will be way happier with yourself long term. Because if you choose cheap now, you're going to be frustrated later. And I don't want that for you. So whenever you're reviewing all the companies and you're looking at the HVAC companies and who to choose, go with the best bid, not the cheapest. Make sure you get your value's worth. Don't let sticker shock push you into making a decision that you're going to be frustrated with down the road. Make a decision that you're going to be happy with, not just 2 years down the road, but 5 years down the road, 7 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Number five, you're going to be a smart homeowner and you're going to learn that lead generation companies like Angie List, HomeAdvisor, they're only in it for your data. And they're gonna tell you the average system replacement cost is $7,500 on average. Their website lists central air conditioning at $3,900 to $7,900 with $1,500 in labor. That's not real. That is nowhere close to what an actual HVAC system costs in 2026. Nationally, it's $11,590 to $14,000 based on 56,000 actual projects tracked by Modernize. Angie isn't even an HVAC company. They're a lead generation business. They are in it it for your clicks. And the way that they get those clicks is by putting out a number that is enticing to you, so that way you click it, and then you're pissed at your HVAC guy whenever he shows up and he says, hey, what it's actually gonna cost is gonna be well more expensive. In the name of transparency, for the love of everything that's on the internet and available, don't fall for the clickbait prices. They're not correct. I want you to be an educated homeowner and you know exactly what you're getting into. Angie's List and HomeAdvisor is not helping you. Number 6, refrigeration matters. And the refrigerant that's in the system that is going to be installed is important. So if you're having to replace your HVAC system in 2026, what I want you to do is I want you to get the newest refrigerant that is available. The new refrigerants are R32 or R454B. Choose either one of those systems that has those refrigerant types, because that protects you long term for whenever the EPA decides to start doing more refrigerant regulation, because they're going to be in production for an extended period of time versus a 410A system. Because 410A has been phased out. Now they're not completely shutting it off like they did R22. They're going to be phasing it out. They'll still produce the refrigerant. However, it's going to get more and more and more expensive. I'd rather you put a system that's going to protect you from those higher price increases, because the demand for that 410A is harder to get a hold of. That demand will cause the prices to skyrocket. I don't want that to happen to you. So in 2026, the 2 refrigerants that I want you to buy is either R32 or 454B. Number 7, brand matters less than a system that is installed by a qualified crew. And you're like, what in the world is a qualified crew, Kolby? What does that mean? Install practices matter, and installing a system correctly matters a lot more than the sticker that's on the outdoor equipment. You could buy the fanciest top brand system, but if it's not installed correctly, it's going to have problems. You're going to be frustrated at that HVAC contractor. You're going to be frustrated at that brand. You're like, well, how could they do this to me? This is supposed to be the top brand. Well, if that company is not practicing good installation practices, then they are going to have issues with that equipment, no matter the name that's on the sticker. And so choose your HVAC company in 2026 based off of their Google reviews, so 5-star Google reviews, and based off of their installation practices. And you're like, well, how would I know if they have good installation practices? One, they're not cutting corners whenever it comes to ductwork. So if you have a company comes out and company A doesn't say anything about ductwork and they're just swapping out equipment, and then company B tells you that, well, we need to address some ductwork because of static pressure and new equipment. Company B is trying to take care of you in the long run. Company A doesn't care. They're going to install that system and they're going to go about their business, and then 4 years down the road, you're going to have problems and they're not going to be there to help you. Make sure that your HVAC company that you're choosing is a company that doesn't cut corners, that they tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Number 8 is kind of an extension on number 7. It is also an extension on number 4. What does cheap and cutting corners actually look like? Cheap looks like fast. Cheap looks like all they're doing is the equipment changing out. Cheap looks like you've got a 30-year-old furnace, but they said that they could reuse it. Cheap looks like compressors out. They only quote to replace the condenser, but they don't address the evaporator coil on the inside. Cheap looks like you're just doing partial equipment replacement majority of the time, which is fine. There's circumstances where it makes sense for us to do that for our homeowners. There may be a point in time where that makes more sense to you. However, if you're choosing to go that route, make sure that we're not cutting corners. HVAC equipment is very particular on how it's installed. So is the load calculation done correctly? Is the system sized correctly for the home? Are they just putting in what was there originally? If you said the system's not keeping up and then their only solution is to increase the size, but they don't address any of the ductwork, that's going to cause problems. Cheap is always going to be more expensive later. So whenever you're choosing an HVAC company, take in consideration what are the practices that they do to make sure that this system is sized correctly for my home, that they're not cutting corners, they are replacing the necessary equipment for the system to have its best warranties and for the life of the system to last as long as possible. Number 9, financing changes the conversation. Because at the end of the day, HVAC systems are a lot like the lineman of the house. You don't know it's not doing its job until the quarterback gets sacked and you're hot and sweaty. HVAC system replacements is often kind of an emergency situation. It's kind of a surprise, because you kick the can down the road as far as you can go, and then all of a sudden there's a cliff. You're like, dang it, I guess I'm gonna have to make a decision. And oftentimes, that's an expensive decision that you're having to make. It's not fun. It's like, let's rip the Band-Aid off. It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be more money than what you're wanting to pay, more money than maybe what you're willing to pay, but you gotta do it because you wanna be comfortable inside the house. Financing changed that conversation. So whenever you're buying a system in 2026, choose a company that has good financing plans. We're going into 2026 with a very strong 0% for 6-year plan. And so you get 0% financing for 72 months. And so you're able to buy that system at today's prices and pay it out over those 6 years. Super helpful. Find a company that has a good 0% offer. We also have a long-term plan, because at the end of the day, we have a plan that fits within your budget. And oftentimes you may be paying off that system in 6 years. That monthly financing is is still too high. We have a long-term plan that's super helpful. So our long-term plan that we are going with right now is a 2.99% interest plan for 10 years. And that gets that monthly payment down way affordable, where it's lower than what your utility bill would be during the summertime. Choose a company that has really good financing plans and take advantage of those. You want to make sure that you are well prepared for those conversations and you're well prepared to make that decision in a way that puts you and your family and your comfort up for success. In 2026, like, Kolby, I know I need to replace my system. It's working now. When should I do it? If you're seeing this video and it's in the spring, right now is the great time to do it. If you are viewing this in the fall, that would also be a fantastic time to replace your system. Now, I'm not saying if you're in the summertime and you are in need, don't go without air conditioning if you don't want to. We have crews available to replace those systems in the summertime. We're just gonna be very busy and we want to be able to get to you in a very timely manner. And so if you have to replace your HVAC system in 2026, consider replacing that system in the shoulder season, which is a little bit slower outside. It's not too hot or not too cold for the installers to be at work inside your house, up in the attic space. And so it helps take care of our installs during the shoulder season, which allows for us to take care of more customers in the summertime, because that need is going to be there. It's going to happen. It's going to be 95 degrees and we're going to be swamped. I don't want you to be in a situation where the right company that you want to choose isn't able to get to you in a timely manner. And that's oftentimes, that's not on them. They are trying to work their hardest through the hottest part of the year to take care of as many customers as they can. Believe me, you are a high priority. So is the 1,000 other customers that call them at the exact same time. So please, if you know you have to replace your HVAC system in 2026, do it in the shoulder season. Your HVAC contractor will give you a hug. Aww. Hey guys, before I jump into the 11th point, leave a comment down below. Let us know if this video is helpful for you. If you like this content, hit the like button and subscribe. Number 11. What I would put in my own house. Now, I was in a situation in 2024 where I was building a barn dominium and I was putting an HVAC system within that house. Here's what I did. I did a variable capacity equipment. It's a Linux system. It was a 22 SEER equipment, one of the highest heat pump systems. And it was a dual fuel system. So I have propane out at my house. I don't have access to natural gas where I live. And so I did a dual fuel system, high efficiency dual fuel heat pump and a high efficiency gas furnace to run and operate and to control the comfort inside my house. I also paired that equipment with some high efficiency filtration systems to help the house stay cleaner inside the house, and it is awesome. I love it. I struggle with allergies, and since I've moved into that house, my allergies have been significantly less out of control. I have also added a ionization system on it as well, just to supplement the filtration on the house. So that's what I did, and I'm super happy with it. The temperature stays way more consistent. My humidity control inside the house is also way more consistent. My utility bills are also way more consistent, and I am super happy with the HVAC system that I purchased and that I installed. And guys, at the end of the day, we're never gonna provide a solution that we wouldn't provide for ourselves. Oftentimes, the offering is tried and true. It's been tested not only for homeowners that we've done installations for, but it's also been tested on our own homes. We believe in the products that we sell. At the end of the day, an HVAC system replaced in 2026 is gonna be better than your system that was installed 12, 15 years ago. And guys, if you want transparent pricing on HVAC equipment without having anybody have to go to your house, we have a QR code over here. Scan that QR code and follow that link. It'll take you to our pricing tool if you're within our service area, and we would love to provide you a quote. So have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.